Hey everyone, Jake here, and if you're about to web swing through the skyscrapers of New York City in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, here are 8 spoiler-free tips that I wish I knew before I started the game. First, here are 2 tips to take advantage of before even hitting the new game button. 1. Turn down web swinging assist. I don't know about you, but I always felt that Insomniac's web swinging mechanics could occasionally feel a little canned or autopilot-y. Head into the accessibility settings and you'll find the ability to tune the degree to which the game helps you steer. It's subtle and maybe you'll find you prefer it all the way up, but I liked knowing that I could mess up my traversal and the risk-reward involved with trying to swing low to the ground or between buildings. Play around with the setting yourself and see what feels best for you. Tip 2. You should watch the catch-up movie. Listen, I get it. You just got the new Spider-Man game and you don't need the previously on segment. You just want to play, but I really think this short video is entertaining and well produced. More than just catching you up on the story, it sets the tone leading into the game's first cutscene. Don't skip it. Alright, now you're ready to start the game, so let's talk about combat tips. First, fight in the air whenever you can. So whenever you're in the air, all you need to do is hold the triangle button to web pull baddies up to you. You can pretty much do this indefinitely, and it makes any grunt without a gun pretty much useless against you. Bad guys will even yell to each other about needing to keep you on the ground. Now, especially in the early game, this strategy will get you through a bunch of fights with ease. You can even web pull enemies while you're like off of a rooftop and just let them fall, which dispatches them immediately, which is fine, right? Combat tip 2. Do not forget to tap R1. When in doubt, tappity tap 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 the R1 button. This activates your normal web shots that will tie enemies up if fired consecutively. This is pretty much only ever useful. It stuns enemies, of course, but if an enemy is really close to a wall or if you kick them into one, they will get stuck and be defeated, like right then and there. It's a really powerful tool that only becomes more powerful as you get more abilities to swing and slam enemies around. Combat tip 3. Use the parry button. So early on, you get the ability to parry enemy attacks, and you're probably like, but Jake, I can just dodge them so easily, and that is true, but later on, and especially against some scary bosses, you are going to need to use that parry, so you might as well start practicing early. Okay, now let's wrap things up with a few bonus tips that'll make sure you have a smooth Spider-Man 2 experience. Okay, tip number 1, the focus tree. Spider-Man 2 features a lot of different progression paths and skill trees, and if I may suggest one to focus on, the focus ability tree is extremely useful in all situations. So focus is a resource that allows the Spider-Men to execute finishing moves or restore their health. Investing in this tree gets you more bars of focus and makes building focus much easier. I played on the highest difficulty level available and was definitely saved several times by those health refreshes. Next, my tip is this: use the Amazing Spider-Man 2 costume. There is no tactical or strategic advantage to using this suit. It's simply the best one, until you get some really cool ones later, but I can't spoil those. And my final tip, maybe beat this one particular side mission chain first. Okay, so there's a series of side missions related to Miles Morales' uncle, the Prowler. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's one of the few side stories that rewards you with something that modifies gameplay rather than just like a cosmetic or popping a trophy. I did not do this mission chain until after I beat the game, and I was pretty disappointed because I never got to see the mechanic in action. So don't be like me. Beat the mission definitely before you beat the game. And that's going to do it for my 8 spoiler-free tips I wish I knew before I started Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Let me know how your web swinging adventure is going in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.